Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. I'm here to bring the view from My Hero Academia manga chapter 321. And obviously we are finishing off the quote-unquote Class A versus Deku. I said my last review, it has not gone the way I would have preferred, and definitely not the way it should have been or wanted, whatever way you want to throw it. It just went in a complete different direction. I wasn't surprised that Deku was trying to run away and the class was chasing him, but I feel like they shouldn't have done it that way. And as I expected, it was more or less some more of the same, because in the last chapter we had Deku running, where we had a class member say something. For me personally, within the last chapter, some of the stuff that was saying was a bit of a reach, and I wasn't feeling it, and I took that to mean I took as the reason why I thought that was because these characters, even though they're in the main class, you don't really see them. You haven't really had much time to uh, attach and grow with them. And I remember saying that the more of an attachment you have to the character, the more you was feeling or cared about what they were saying within the last chapter. So I figured those feelings will carry over onto this chapter, and I I want to say, yeah, I was right in my thinking, but at the same time I'm not sure. Because, for example, we had Minata, our favourite perv of My Hero Academia, and I'm more attached to him than, say, Jiro, than, say, the guy with the tail, than, say, definitely Koda. But so I felt what he was saying more, but at the same time, I want to say what he said made sense more than all the others. And I really, the one that sticks to me so much is the tail guy. What he said. Remember when you got so angry about what Shinzo did to me? Really? You were so angry? I mean, like, there was a little bit of rage, but that's what you say in this moment of crisis? Like I said, I feel like some of the speeches last chapter was forced, but we have Minata in this chapter, and what he said, I was like, yes, that is the perfect thing that he could have said. And I was saying, I don't know if it's a thing where I'm more attached to the character or just what he was saying was making more sense. I think it's a bit of both. I think it's definitely a bit of both, because Minata, he was like, oh, your quirk is not the reason why I started liking you. X Y Z Y reason X Y Z Y X Y Z reason is why I started liking you. Like, yes, that makes sense. That makes absolute sense. And so that's something I liked about the chapter. What I liked about the chapter of how it was just throwing Easter eggs at you every now and then. The most notable one being the ramp, which is not symbolic, similar to when they rescued Bakugo. And basically this whole chapter's building up to the save of Deku, and now people were speculating who's going to get the final hearsay that brings Deku back home. And now I was team Bakugo, but I could understand if it was someone else, aka your Gravity. And I had someone who's commenting on my videos who had a very strong argument for why it was going to be your Gravity, and a lot of what he was saying was like so true, and I was like, yes, that makes perfect sense. But I was just still team Bakugo, but I wouldn't have minded, even before this argument was brought to me, I wouldn't have minded if it was your Gravity that got the last word, that got through to him. But when it was all said and done, the person who got the last words in was Ida. Was Ida Tenya. Ignagram, I think is her name is. I know I butchered that. He gets the last house word. He gets the saving moment. And I'm thinking to myself, huh? Why him? Out of all the out of the 20 Class A students present, why him? Why was it Mr. Class President? Now, granted, if you had to go through the whole list of people and rank them where you think who would get the saving moment, Ida would probably be top 5. Yeah, rightly so. Like, because you got Bakugo, Uravity, Shoto, Ida. These are the people within Class A who I would say have I was gonna say have a relationship with Deku, but the whole class does. These are the 4 people that you see on screen that Deku has a relationship with, and so rightly so it should have been one of them. But really and truly, the rightly so it should have been not either. It should have been Bakugo or Uravity to get the final word in. The third person I would have said was Shoto, but even Shoto I would have said reaching. But it should have been one of them two, and it wasn't, and I'm just a bit confused. To why it wasn't that way. So overall, Deku versus Class A. Not a fan. I'm disappointed with how it turned out. In all honesty, it should have been how I envisaged it from the very beginning. Deku wiping out the lesser members of the crew of this class, sorry, and then that's when we get a more serious fight with the 4 that I mentioned, which then whittled it down to the one who gets the final word and save Deku overall. I wanted it to be Bakugo, because I wanted another Bakugo versus Deku fight where Bakugo still comes out on top. I mean, not still comes out on top because technically Deku won the first time. But yeah, where another fight where Bakugo came out on top again. Other people were in Gravity for reasons that was very justifiable. But at the end of the day, it was Ida. At the end of the day, it was Ida. So please, if you are watching this, let me know how you feel about the fact that it was Ida, man. It was Ida who got the saving moment, because I clearly don't understand it. I really don't. So for my disappointment, the chapter gets a 2. But the whole Deku versus Class A, that's like a 1 star. And really and truly, yeah. Of course, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.